Welcome to our discussion on creatine and mental health. We'll explore how this popular supplement might influence depression and brain fog. Our goal today is to present evidence-based insights gathered by AOF supplements, so you can make informed decisions about creatine's role in mental well-being. To start, let's pose the central question: can creatine help your brain? Many people struggle with depression, mental fatigue, and brain fog. In this presentation, we'll examine whether creatine truly addresses these issues, or if it's just another overhyped supplement, drawing on scientific studies rather than marketing claims. Before diving into the data, it's important to distinguish between evidence and hype. The supplement industry is full of grand claims. We'll focus on research that holds up to scientific scrutiny, exploring peer-reviewed studies and separating rigorous evidence from wishful thinking and anecdote. This means staying critical of overblown marketing and unverified testimonials. Creatine's primary role is to supply rapid energy through the phosphocreatine system. It helps regenerate ATP, the energy currency for both intense muscle contractions and demanding brain activities. That's why athletes experience strength and power gains, but it also supports cellular hydration by acting as an osmolyte. Why does brain energy matter so much? Even at rest, our brains consume about 20% of the body's energy. Neurons rely on a constant supply of ATP to fire signals and recycle neurotransmitters. When stress or sleep loss creates an energy deficit, cognition suffers. Creatine can act as a buffer, smoothing out these spikes in demand. Mental fatigue often follows periods of sleep deprivation, heavy workloads, or emotional stress, all of which drain the brain's ATP reserves. Research suggests that low creatine levels may worsen this fatigue and contribute to brain fog. Supplementing could help maintain resilience when energy demand is high. Let's look at cognition. A systematic review shows creatine may boost short-term memory and reasoning. However, findings are mixed for long-term memory, attention, and mental fatigue. Interestingly, vegetarians respond better than meat eaters on memory tasks, while many young adults show no effect at all. As always, context matters and individual results may vary. What about sleep deprivation? Under these conditions, creatine's cognitive benefits are minor. Any improvements depend on how complex the task is and how intense the stress feels. We still don't know whether age or sex play a role, and overall the evidence suggests only modest support during mental fatigue. Emerging evidence hints that creatine could help with depression. Small human trials show it may enhance the effects of antidepressant therapy. For example, women taking escitalopram and 5 grams of creatine per day experience a greater reduction in scores compared with placebo. Animal studies such as the forced swim test also report improved mood-related behaviors. Still, these studies are small and varied. To illustrate, here's a snapshot from a randomized controlled trial involving 52 women with major depressive disorder. One group took 5 grams of creatine plus escitalopram, while the other took a placebo plus escitalopram. The creatine group saw faster and greater reductions in depression scores. No serious side effects were reported, but there is caution regarding bipolar disorder. How solid is the evidence overall? Most studies are small and treat creatine as an add-on rather than a standalone treatment. Positive outcomes are seen mainly in women and adolescents, and there's a risk of manic episodes in people with bipolar disorder. Larger, well-controlled trials are needed before drawing firm conclusions. What mechanisms could underlie these effects? Creatine buffers ATP via the phosphocreatine system, increasing brain energy availability. It may also boost mitochondrial function, reduce oxidative stress, support neurotransmitter synthesis and receptor function, and modulate stress pathways like PI3, KAKT, mTOR, thereby underpinning both mood and cognitive benefits. If you're considering supplementation, standard doses are 3 to 5 grams per day of creatine monohydrate. Clinical studies on depression typically use 4 to 5 grams a day for 4 to 8 weeks. Loading with 20 grams daily doesn't seem necessary for brain benefits. Consistency matters, and staying hydrated makes supplementation more comfortable. Who might benefit the most? Individuals who consume little dietary creatine, such as vegetarians or vegans, could see improvements. People under chronic stress or with sleep deprivation, those with treatment-resistant depression under medical supervision, and individuals in high cognitive demand jobs or older adults may also benefit. There are groups who should be cautious. People with bipolar disorder have reported manic episodes. If you have kidney or liver disease, consult a physician before starting creatine. Research is limited for pregnant or nursing individuals. And if you're taking medication, always check with a health professional first. Let's do a reality check. Creatine is well established for improving strength and power. Evidence for mood support and cognitive resilience is emerging but still early. We don't yet know the long-term mental health outcomes. Most importantly, creatine is not a cure. Use it alongside therapy, medication, and healthy lifestyle choices. Our final verdict? Creatine is a proven performance booster and a promising brain support tool. It can top up brain energy and help combat mental fatigue, but keep your expectations realistic. Never replace professional care with supplements and consult your doctor if you have mood disorders. We must also acknowledge limitations and confounders. Most trials are small and short. Exercise, diet, placebo effects, and lifestyle may influence results. Outcomes can vary by sex, age, and baseline creatine levels. Larger controlled studies are essential before making definitive claims, and we must interpret findings within the context of study design and quality. On a neurochemical level, creatine boosts cerebral phosphocreatine and ATP. It may activate resilience pathways like PI3K, AKTP, mTOR, and interact with serotonin receptors to support mood. Its antioxidant and anti-excitotoxic properties also help protect neurons, creating a biochemical environment that supports mental resilience and may enhance neuroplasticity. Mood and cognition aren't isolated. They share pathways. Creatine might accelerate responses when combined with SSRIs, and by improving cellular energy, it could support therapy engagement and daily functioning. Nonetheless, creatine remains an adjunct and is not effective as a standalone treatment, underscoring the importance of comprehensive care. In daily life, brain fog is common among high-stress professionals, students preparing for exams, and new parents. Creatine may help mental clarity when baseline levels are low, but it won't produce miraculous focus. For best results, combine creatine with adequate sleep, good nutrition, and regular physical activity. This slide provides an evidence snapshot summarizing the current state of research. You'll see that while creatine consistently improves physical performance, cognitive and mood benefits vary depending on context. Emerging data points toward modest support rather than dramatic changes, and many studies are small, so interpret these findings cautiously. Let's dispel some myths. It's not true that creatine is a cure for depression and brain fog. In reality, creatine may support energy metabolism, but cannot replace therapy or medication. Another myth is that taking more creatine will yield more brain gains. Standard doses of 3 to 5 grams a day are sufficient. Higher amounts don't guarantee better mood. For action steps, prioritize the fundamentals: sleep, nutritious food, exercise, and social connection. Use creatine as a supportive tool, not a replacement for mental health care, and consult a healthcare provider before combining it with medication. Track your mood and cognitive performance to set realistic expectations and adjust your approach as needed. To conclude, creatine fuels both brain and muscle energy systems. Depression research is promising but still requires robust trials, and cognitive benefits seem context-dependent, appearing mainly under stress. When used responsibly, creatine is safe and affordable, but it never substitutes professional help. Thank you for listening, and we hope this overview helps you make informed choices about creatine and mental health.